Okay, today I'm going to make soap using the loaf mold configuration. And as you can see here, there are 3 cavities, and this mold holds about 10 pounds of soap like this. And I've got my soap portioned off into roughly 3 equal portions. Got some colored white here, some colored green, and some colored with activated charcoal to make it black. And this soap is already scented with Brambleberry's Wasabi fragrance oil. And I've got my soap at a pretty thick trace, and I'm going to do the Celine swirl today. So I'm going to layer my soap, and then once I've got it all layered up, I'm going to use a spoon to dredge it from the bottom up to the top. And it makes a really neat swirl throughout the bars. And this is the biggest batch of soap I have ever made. This is about 10 pounds of soap. So I was a little nervous making it, because I've never done a batch this big and I didn't want to mess it up. I actually had to mix up the soap in a dishpan because none of my bowls were big enough. Okay, to do the Celine swirl, I'm going to put my spoon down to the bottom and then sort of dredge it up to the top, and just repeat that motion all the way down. And then do it on the other side as well. I doubt my swirls will be as pretty as Celine's, but I'm going to do my best here. I think I'm going to turn the mold around and come back, because I'm better going like this than I am the other way. Turn my mold around. And then come at it from the other way. I like how this technique kind of texturizes the tops for you too. Just kind of touch it up real quick. Don't want to do too much, it's already very pretty. Okay, so there it is. And since it's got such pretty texturized peaks on it, I'm not going to put the top on it because I'm afraid that that would mess up the tops. So I'm just going to leave it like this and let it hang out for a few days, and then I'll meet you back here when it's time to cut it. Okay, so it's been about 3 days since I made this soap, and it feels pretty hard, so I think it's ready to unmold and cut. And to start unmolding, I'm just going to flip the mold upside down, and the acrylic portion with the soap should slip right out. Just going to peel this away. Now I'm just going to slide the sides away. And I've got it hanging off the edge of my cutting board here so I can get my fingers up underneath and have some leverage. Okay, I'm just kind of sliding the soap away from the divider. There's one loaf. Loaf number 2. And I should be able to just sort of slide these dividers away from the remaining loaf. They slide away really easy and cleanly. And there you go, 3 loaves of soap. So now I'm going to cut these loaves into bars, and I'm terrible at freehand cutting, so I'm going to use another bar of soap to help me see where to cut. Just cut off the end piece here. There you go. And for the sake of brevity, I'm not going to show you each one that I cut, but I will show you some along the way to give you an idea. Okay, this is the second loaf, and that first loaf got me 10 bars cutting at about a 1-inch thickness. So it'll depend on how thick you like to cut your bars, but I got 10 bars out of that loaf. And the second loaf here should look slightly different from the first one, so I'll show you a couple bars as I cut this. Looks pretty similar though. This is from the middle of the loaf. And here is the final loaf. And here's one from the middle.